Here is an excellent idea that you can implement and make 50,000 rupees and more in just 50 days. Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma and this is the exact idea I used over 2 years ago to make over 50,000 rupees in just the first month of business. And the best part is you don't need to have any hard skills. You don't need to be a video editor, you don't need to be a coder, you don't need to be a designer. You just need to follow the 5 steps I'm telling you today to get to your first 50,000. Maybe you want to buy a new iPhone for your parents. Maybe you want to pay your college fees. Maybe you want to surprise your sister or buy new courses. This is exactly what you need to get to your first 50,000 rupees without any skills. And I'll also talk about a free tool by HubSpot that you can use to get there faster. So let's think about it. You have 50 days and you want to make your first 50,000 rupees. Let's break these 50 days into 5 different segments. The first 50 days is going to be the most important because this is where you will research and examine. The first 10 days is all about researching how can you find a growing market with hungry customers. These are people who will desperately need your product or service. They are in pain and they want you to alleviate that pain, and it is a growing market. A simple way to identify a growing market is the demand for the goods in that market should be increasing every single year faster than the growth of the whole industry as a whole. For example, the health and wellness market in India is growing by 22%, double-digit growth every single year. It's an excellent market to be building things in. On the other hand, the newspaper market is shrinking every single year. So if you create a newspaper brand, it is bound to fail because the market is shrinking every single year. So the first 10 days is all about research using Google Trends. वहाँ पे जाके you can search for what people are really requiring. People are looking for better sleep. People are looking for weight loss. People are looking for getting fitter. People are also looking for how can they buy second-hand luxury cars. People are looking for all of these services and products. Your goal is to identify a service that you can offer and find the skill needed to actually help the customer. India is the world's fastest growing economy right now, and so you have plenty of opportunities that you can explore and pay attention to. So all you need to do in the first 10 days is to pay attention, use Google Trends, use shophunter.io to identify which Shopify websites are killing it right now, and actually research what market do you want to cater to and what skill do they need to become better. I'm again saying this, they should desperately need your service. Once you figure out the growing industry, the customer and the skill needed, let's take an example of funded startups. They all require an engaging ad for their product to acquire users. Your customer are funded startups. The market you are in is advertisements and animation, and the skill you need is to create 2D and 3D animated ads. Once you understand the skill, the next step is to thoroughly research what happens in this particular industry and this skill. How are people paid? What does great work look like? What mistakes people make? Just research everything in the industry of animation. Next, moving on to the second 20 days. This is step 2, and this is where you find people who can actually animate videos. You are going out on multiple platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and you're finding skilled animators that can work with you and can deliver results to the clients that you will be working with in the next few days. It could be anyone from your college batch, your college alumni, or even people on Fiverr and Upwork or other places. Your goal should be to set up a call with them, sit with them and explain them this model that, hey, I will get you a client, you will need to get the work done, I will pitch the work to the client, and whatever we make, we will split that amount. They could be at any part of the country or the world, but you need to have great communication with them. So the most important thing to find out is how skilled they are, basically their portfolio. And number 2, how eager are they to communicate and collaborate. Right? If they are good with communication on text as well as video call, that is a great signal. In the first message you send them, you can simply write, I can help you get more clients if we work together. Get on a call with them, explain them the model and tell them about the split that you'll be doing in the money. You can do a 50-50 split of the money that you both will be making. Once you finalize the split, the next step is to create an agreement. Just use email or a Google Doc and write down everything that they need to understand and everything you want them to know. The basic idea is they will never talk to the client. You will be the mediator between the client and the person who is skilled in that skill, and you will basically be communicating between both of them. This is the most important step that you need to be understanding, because if you don't have someone who is responsive or is skilled enough, you will not be able to work and deliver for your client. By the end of step 2, you should be having someone who can actually deliver and get the client work done. The next step is again very important. Step number 3, this is where you create your online presence of your company. Step 3 or the third 10 days is going to be very crucial because this is where you create an online presence. Number 1, having a name for the company or the agency you have, and number 2, having an actual website. Now having a website is very, very important. That is how people will know if this is a real thing or not, if they can be trusted or not. And you need to make sure that all the projects that your partner has built in the field of animation or any skill for that matter is listed in the work that that agency has done. In the starting, you will have zero experience and zero work to show, and that is why it's very important for you to show the portfolio projects that your partner has worked on the website itself. That's what I also did when I started MarketUp in 2021. If you're a freelancer or building an online business, it is crucial for you to have a website. A website not only establishes your online presence, but also increases your visibility to potential clients. But let's be honest, building a website can be frustrating. Dealing with complex coding or spending hours perfecting a website design can easily discourage you. And that is what HubSpot solves with their free drag and drop website builder. It helps you to build and edit your website without any technical skills. The drag and drop interface makes it easy to customize your website exactly how you want it. Plus, you can add a custom domain for completely free. Personally, I love their built-in themes and custom modules, which you can leverage to deliver a great user experience. And once you're happy with your design, you can preview your site before you launch it. So if you want to secure your spot in the online world, click the link in the description and create your website for free with HubSpot's drag and drop builder. Alright, so now you have a website, you also have proof, and you have a name attached with it. The next step is to create efficient processes with the help of Notion. Again, it's a free tool you can get, and you can start creating a basic Kanban board through which you can create the process very seamlessly. The client's project will go in this folder. Your business partner will access that folder and will start editing it and will put it into the in progress tab. Once it is done in the in progress tab, they will then move it to the review tab. That is where you will review it and then you will share it with the client. The client will have some suggestions and some changes. So you will now put it back in the changes tab, where the partner that you have will be working on the changes and will submit the final project. It could be logo design, it could be video editing, it could be UI UX design, it could be any high ticket skill that you can charge for. And it could also be animation that I've just talked about. Once you have the whole process on Notion, the second step is for you to create an offer. The offer needs to be so lucrative that they cannot say no. The offer would basically have the scope of work, the deliverables, and the cost that you will be incurring. You can find out the cost for your service by going on to various different platforms like Fiverr and Upwork and other platforms, and you can find how much are people charging for it. You can either charge lesser or you can offer more deliverables in the similar charge. The most important thing that your offer needs to achieve is the retainer model, in which you are working with the client every single month and you're charging them on a monthly basis. MarketUp, which is my agency, has been a primarily retainer model company in which we work with clients every single month and they work with us for multiple years. The longest a client worked with us was about 1 year, 8 months. And the total revenue we made from that, the lifetime value, was in multiple lakhs, tens of lakhs, and even crores. So the best thing you can do is to get a retainer model from the offer that you pitch to your client. Now let's talk about the step 4 or the fourth 10 days that you will be having. This is where you start reaching out to clients. This is where you start emailing people, you start DMing people, you start reaching out to people in events, you start asking people in your network, you start creating VSL. VSL is basically video sales letter. Basically, you need to use Loom and record your screen and your audio, go to the website or the product of any startup that you want to work with and talk about the problems or the ways in which they can optimize this product or the service or the marketing that they have. Once you create that video, attach it in the email and talk about 5 ways in which you can improve your particular product. So you'll basically say, hey John, I had a look at the product here that you have and this is where I think you can make it better. If you want me to help you with this, I run this agency and I can help you twice your revenue, or I can help you get more leads, or I can help you get to a particular result. Always focus on the benefits that they will have when they start working with you. There's also a tool called as Lemlist AI, through which you can send personalized emails on bulk to multiple people that you want to work with. You will have to work extremely hard every single day in these 10 days and send multiple emails every single day. Start sending 10 to 15 emails, hyper personalized emails with the Loom video, talking about how can that business improve their website, their animation, their edits, their design, or whatever service that you particularly offer. अब इसमें आपकी expertise important है, and that is why I talked in the first 10 days you need to thoroughly research the skill and the market that you are in. The goal here is to get to a call in which you are actually talking to them, hearing their problems, and then pitching the offer that you particularly have. The biggest mistake people make is they start talking too much. They start being too salesy, and people can immediately identify that, and that is the biggest turn off that you can have for a particular client. The best thing you can do is to stay silent, ask multiple questions. What do their targets look like? What is it that they are facing problems with? What do they think they need to do to get to where they want to be? And then talk about what offer do you have and how can you help them achieve it. Send them your website, send them the portfolio of your partner. So in the step 4, you start reaching out to multiple clients. You start reaching out through email, through video sales letter, through DMs, through LinkedIn, through Lemlist, and other platforms, and you get to a call in which you pitch the results and you ask them as much as possible and stop talking too much. This is the step 4. Moving on to the step 5. Now, assuming that you were able to close clients in the 4th 10 days or step 4, the 5th 10 days or step 5 is going to be very important, because this is where you actually start delivering. This is where the processes that you created on Notion is going to come in very handy. Once they say yes to working with you, they will share a problem statement that, Ishan, I want you to create an animated video about Diwali and saving money, and this is my product that you can integrate in that animated 1-minute ad. And your goal is to actually use that, talk with your person who is your partner, and create a mood board. Mood board क्या होता है? Basically, a mood board has a list of what the animations would look like or what the deliverables would be. Right? So they can actually understand, they can visualize what the end product would look like. And once they have finalized the mood board, you will pitch it to them. They say yes, then you move ahead and you start actually executing. You start creating the design, the animation, the video edit, or the site that they want you to create. The goal in the last 10 days or step 5 is to over deliver as much as possible. Be very prompt on communication through text, through video calls with the client, and also ensure that you are upselling them other things as well. This is where you can bring in another partner of yours and you can work together to offer another service to them. Maybe they don't have very good SEO, so you can pitch the same client SEO services as well, and you can potentially make a lot more money. So upselling is much more important than actually finding a new client. You will be amazed by how much more money you can make by just upselling to them. One more thing to understand is to take care of contracts, agreements, and invoices. Once the client says yes, you send them a contract and an agreement, and you also send them an invoice. You can generate an invoice using Reference or Canva, and you can create contracts using ChatGPT, get it verified by some lawyer or by your CA, and then send it to them for review. Once they sign it, only then you start proceeding. You can also charge an upfront payment of 25 to 50% of the project that you've agreed upon. This is very important because many a times clients will ask for something and they will never pay. Or they can ask for something and then they will try to, negotiate with you and they will pay you less afterwards. So you have to be very clear on the terms and the cost and when will it be paid. As you start delivering all of these projects, it's very important for you to take testimonials and then put them on your website, and then that will attract a lot more clients. Ask them to refer you to more people in their circle, and that is the fastest way for you to get clients, by actual word of mouth marketing. One more thing to note here, this is not an easy thing to do. You will have to spend 8 to 10 hours every single day if you want to get to this level in 50 days itself. There are no skills, but there is extreme hard work and execution which is required. Get rich fast is possible, but get rich easy is absolutely not real. I hope you understand this. Make sure that you execute all the steps. Step 1, research. Step 2, find a partner. Step 3, create a process and an offer and a website. Step 4 is to reach out and get on calls with clients. And step 5 is to actually deliver after sales. And all the while you're working on a risk-free zero investment model in which you are paying the partner that you have only once you get paid from the client. There is no upfront cost, there is no skill required, and you can easily make your first 50,000 rupees in just these 50 days. I hope this video makes sense. If you have any questions about whatever I've talked about today, let me know below in the comments. I'll try my best to answer all of them. If you're still watching right in the comment section, I was till the very end, hit the like button, share this screenshot of this video on social and tag me at Ishan Sharma 7390. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Also check out the drag and drop website builder by HubSpot in the link in the description. Bye bye.